And let me put a disclaimer out before we start the live, right? This is not aimed at all Hispanics because I already know they're going to jump out and say, this ain't all of us. We all don't feel that way. We know this is aimed towards the ones who do feel this way and the ones specifically who made the video. So, as we all know, Kendrick, the Juneteenth pop-out concert, he invited damn near every artist from the city of LA, you feel me? The ones who I guess was with the Peace Talk or whatever the case. And after the concert, some Hispanics on the podcast jump out there like, hey, where was the representation for the Hispanics and the Mexicans? Like, we feel excluded. Why wasn't we included in the Juneteenth celebration and the concert? We needed more performers. We needed to be on the stage, blah, 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 right? So it's a whole lot to unpack. But for the viewers who did not see the video, I'm going to play the clip. I'm going to get him a little shine. I'm going to play the clip, and then we're going to get into it because everybody probably didn't really see the clip. So just to give you some context.
Mexican people were underrepresented there last night.
I feel it. I can see that.
I can see that too, man. But
and a lot of people are telling me that I sound like bitter or something. Like, I'm not a rapper, fool. I'm not tripping about not being on stage. I'm saying, like, Jeezy performed, I think, last night.
Yeah.
Did he?
That would have been nice if he would have been on stage.
If he would have.
Now, maybe the young legend had something to do, so he dipped.
Right. Because all the artists that did perform were up there.
Facts.
I respect it. Who was up there? I can't keep counting.
There was a lot of people that went, but I think Jeezy was the only
person that didn't pop out? Or were you gonna say he's the only Mexican that performed?
Both.
Did he perform? Was he supposed to perform?
He did perform.
All right, that's enough for that. So basically, they were upset that they didn't have more performers. And they didn't even understand what Juneteenth was. Let me cut the clip.
What's the name of the channel? What's the name of the people who said that?
I have no idea. Like, I'm not even finna go that deep, right? Okay, so let's get into exactly what Juneteenth is. So for the Hispanics to say that they were upset that they were underrepresented in a concert that was dedicated to Black culture. Let's get this right, first of all, because it's been a whole lot of bullshit going around the internet to do with hip-hop. KRS-One talking about Hispanics created hip-hop and all this other bullshit, or they assisted at it. I'm going to say this loud and clear. Hip-hop is Black culture. If you are not Black, you are a guest in the culture. We created it, and we allowed other people in the space. So to be upset that something that's exclusively for Blacks and Hispanics were underrepresented, you weren't supposed to be represented. This is just one of them exclusive things. How y'all got Cinco de Mayo and you don't hear niggas jumping out saying, oh, we underrepresented it during Cinco de Mayo. No, that's y'all shit. It's like every race wants to attach themselves to Black culture. They just feel like anything we create, they automatically got to be included. And I partially blame niggas because it's you invite everybody to the barbecue ass niggas. A nigga could do a cool little Black dance. Oh, you invited to the barbecue. A nigga eat Black food. You invited to the barbecue. A nigga speak slang. You invited to the barbecue. Stop inviting everybody to the barbecue because this is the culture it creates. Any and everything that we do as Black people, they feel like they got all rights to be a part of that shit. And that's not the way it goes. So Juneteenth is a national Independence Day. It's a federal holiday. Is celebrated on Juneteenth. I'm going to give you the exact quote unquote definition of this shit. Matter of fact, I'm going to let Ruccas do it because this right up Ruccas lane. Go ahead and give him a little background, Ruccas. I don't want
a little background. Wait, a little background. Wait a minute. I got to give a history lesson on what?
No, just tell them exactly what Juneteenth is. You feel me?
Yeah, Juneteenth is basically just a holiday that celebrates slaves who, after emancipation, had no idea that they were free.
Right.
So even though they sent out the Emancipation Proclamation and the word got out to the majority of slaves, there were still slaves in Texas that they had been liberated. So the army marched down in there and let them know that they were actually free. And so that was on June 19th. I forget the exact year, but that's where the holiday Juneteenth came from.
So basically, slaves were free, but they didn't find out until some time after they had already been freed. So technically, Juneteenth is low-key a slap in the face because they were already free, but still conducting themselves as slaves. And then when they found out, oh, Juneteenth. But anyways, just given that background, they didn't even know what Juneteenth was about. I think one dude was like, isn't that for the Tulsa massacre?
Yeah,
Like they just throwing out random black events that they heard about through the grapevine and was like, isn't that for that? Like, look, bro, this is what it is. Some shit is exclusively for us, by us. Shout out to Fubu. Just how some shit is exclusively for you and by you and your race and your nationality and your people. We fought back. Black people, we're one of the only races who do not try to include ourselves in everybody else's culture. Y'all got the Irish, they got their little fucking what the fuck is that?
St. Patrick's Day.
Niggas ain't mad about being underrepresented representative and all that bullshit. It's like, nah, bro, some shit is just for certain cultures. But how do y'all feel about the Hispanics jumping out the window? Because they've been jumping out the window about a lot of shit that got to do with black people. And let's be real, this whole black and brown pride thing, it really don't exist, bro. It's a cascade. The black and brown is they love our culture, but they really don't fuck with us. Let's be real. Shout out to the ones who do, but this whole cascade on the internet about how they fuck with us, and I know the history. According to the history books, the slaves, they ran to Mexico, and we was riding against oppression with the Mexicans. They took us in. They didn't let the white folks come back in, so shout out to them. But it's been a lot of different events that took place that kind of damn near erased that history. So this is mainly to do with the Raza Mexicans, right? The Southsiders. This ain't really too much. The Pisces ain't really too much talking about it. It's the Southside Mexicans who align with La MA and all that shit, 13 and all that. And they love our culture. They wear Dickies, they wear Jordans, they listen to oldies, but they call you Mayates. Shit like that. These the Mexicans we talking about. But how y'all feel about this shit, y'all?
First thing I was gonna say was it was already amazing that we got all them different hoods on one stage. I don't really know where the Mexican hoods fit into that. Me personally, I don't know if that was even a thing or how many people from Mexican hoods in the industry even fuck with whoever was up there to even go up there anyway. So it could have been that as well. I also think that why do we have to include other people in what we want to do on our day? So that's the thing and that's the problem that I have, because when we don't want to include nobody and we do what we want to do, people have a problem in it. But then when we want acceptance, for instance, or we want for people to treat us a certain way and equally, then people got a problem with that too. So that's the problem that I have. Another thing too is if you're going to get a historical fact wrong live or it's pre-recorded, you could have took 30 seconds to a minute, looked it up on your phone and corrected yourself. And it would have been, you know what I mean, said and done. But you didn't. You stood on that and you knew that he didn't know what he was talking about because you could hear it in his voice. So to me, that was bullshit as well. But overall, I don't think that we should have to, let anybody in on our day. It's Juneteenth. We are celebrating, and it shouldn't even be about that to begin with. It should be about us. Just like you said, we not out here tripping when y'all niggas is doing whatever y'all is doing. We congratulate it. It's cool. That's y'all thing. We got our thing. So I don't know. I think it is what it is.
See the difference? I look at it like this, like the difference between us, like you said, when Cinco de Mayo come, how many Instagram posts or how many things you see people taking tequila shots or whatever, niggas be saluting them. I just think it goes back to what we say, like a lot of times you got to hate what you can't be. And I think times is changing to the point where I feel like a lot of them are programmed to hate us, but a lot of them are realizing how much they really love us deep down. You know what I mean? Like you say, imitation is the highest form of humility. So by them feeling some type of way about something that you don't even know about because certain people weren't performing. And I heard it was a Mexican that performed. Don't give me the line. Don't quote me on that. But
Jeezy. And honestly, he shouldn't have been performing, bro. This was a Juneteenth pop out concert. And Kendrick
he shouldn't have. But at the same time, they're making up accusations about things and they still show love to at least some of their people. We're never going to be on none of their performances. We're never in none of that shit that they got going on, and nor do we really care about it that much. So I just think that it's at a point now where a lot of them are misconstrued about how they really feel about it. It's like you said, on the streets, they act like they hate niggas, but then do everything that we do. And now you feeling some type of way about a day that we throw for ourselves because they know we gonna go viral. They know that if they not a part of what we're a part of, then they not really lit. By them putting on them chains and doing everything we do, rapping the way blacks rap and doing all that shit, it's just showing more of so how much you really hate us. And I always used to tell them niggas, if you gonna hate us, don't listen to our music. Don't do shit that got to do with black people. Fall off of Tupac. Fall off of all that shit.
Oh God.
Easy
Stop
E,
Bone
wearing
all them.
Thugs too.
Jordans.
Bone
Stop
Thugs, all that.
ODs. Like that should be crazy. They literally love our culture. Matter of fact, they are now saying nigga more than us.
Yeah.
They say nigga more than us, bro. Like the young Mexicans, they talk like Crips and Bloods. They act like Crips. They don't act like the Southsiders no more. Like even the OG Southsiders, like damn Holmes, why y'all acting like that? Like that's not our lingo. They out here talking about gang pot. Like they literally sound like black gangs. Like they done adopted our culture that much. But then turn around and say my daughter can't date a black man. My son can't marry a black woman. So you really don't like us, but you love our culture and everything we create. How you feel about it, Short?
So, kind of piggyback off what Messiah said. They love our rhythm but hate our blues. That day at Juneteenth, that was like the coolest. That was like the coolest day to be black in a long time. That shit was like black pride, black too strong, too black too strong at the end of the day, and everybody wanted to be black for that one moment. Kendrick did something historical, especially for the city. L.A., Compton, Watts, all of it was represented in that concert. So everybody just wanted to be a part of it. I do believe at the end of the day, that was us. We salute them when it's Cinco de Mayo. We salute Columbus Day when it was celebrated. We salute what's the Jewish holidays.
They said you sound a little muffled.
Yeah.
Yeah, go ahead.
Somebody in trouble.
So, no, shut up, nigga. No, that's my baby.
Look.
No, so look. No, at the end of the day, they love our rhythm but hate our blues. They wanted to be us so bad, but at the end of the day, they were excluded. So that's what they're doing. They throwing a hissy fit right now. They throwing a hissy fit. They wasn't a part of the culture. Really, Joe Moses should have been up there instead of the Hispanic cat because he represented the West Coast and he really from the hood. You get what I'm saying? End of the day, they wanted to be included so bad, but they were excluded. And so they were jealous of us. That was envy at the end of the day. So at the end of the day, I'm glad we did what we did. Let's continue it. I hope that Juneteenth concert will propel that holiday so we all can celebrate it bigger and better each year, like how they do Cinco de Mayo. The only time we really include it in other holidays if it's like a boxing match. Remember when Mayweather did the Oscar de la Hoya? He dressed up in sombrero and all that. Yeah, but we still saluting to their holiday because we all making money off the shit. We're not trying to take over Cinco de Mayo. We're including ourselves to be part of the business. They need to step themselves up in their own culture. If y'all want to be equal to us in rap, step y'all rap game up. The best rapper I know that's Mexican was like Little Rob or Better Side of Brown. Like, come on, bro. Like they whole roster is trash when it comes to rap.
Hey, at the end of the day, though, they could just salute. It was no reason for the hate. The nigga could just got on there like, hey, big up to the blacks. They did their shit. They finally, you know what I mean? That was a good look. Instead of being like or making it about them. It wasn't about
because the thing is, the part that's crazy is that we show love to them. Niggas had Lefty on they shit. Niggas be having all of them niggas go run through their platforms all the time. So it's like we for sure rock with the ones that rock with us. So it didn't have to be that way. He didn't even have to bring no light on it at all.
And what's wild is I don't be seeing niggas on their platforms. They don't be I don't know if they're reaching out, but I'm gonna just assume they don't because I don't never see niggas on their platforms. Like you said, Lefty Gunplay done been on damn near every popular black podcast except ours. You know what I'm saying? But I don't never see niggas on they shit. And let's be real, when Juneteenth came, they wasn't putting up them Juneteenth flags on their profiles like how niggas do when Paris was going through what they was going through and all the niggas on Facebook was putting the Paris flag up and all that shit. And anytime any tragedy happens with any other ethnicity, niggas always jump out there on the front line. Always. But then when it's on us, everybody like, that's black people problems. Until it's time to celebrate, now you want to be a part of the celebration. How you feel about it, Ruckus?
I don't really pay attention to Mexicans unless they like making a burrito or something for me.
Come on,
the buck with you. This just a nice little wake up call for niggas. You feel me? Like I don't know about y'all, but I came up shooting at Mexicans, like catching fades. You feel me?
Hey, we from the same city. We came up. You feel me?
It's like I'm just saying we already know how it is. They got smoke. They're friendly until they're not. Everybody, they like the white man. They friendly till you got something they want. That's the way it is.
I'm gonna say, go ahead.
Damn, this nigga.
Go ahead.
But basically, they like the mob. You know what I'm saying? They control California. They got the cartels and shit controlling stuff. And they're basically telling you, you can't really do shit unless we get a piece of it. We want to touch it. If you do something, it's like some old slave shit. You know what I'm saying? They want to sleep with your wife on the night of y'all marriage. You know, they want to be there. But I just have a few questions for any Hispanic person who has an issue. How many black DJs are at Power 106? That used to be a predominantly black radio station. Y'all got that. Ain't nobody tripping on y'all. Keep it. How many black hosts are on Telemundo? Y'all got that. Al Jazeera is a Muslim network, and Mark Lamont Hill is black, and he worked for Al Jazeera. Even Middle Eastern television networks hire more black hosts than Mexican networks. How many black dudes you see working at a Mexican restaurant? Y'all got that. We don't even complain. Black people set a tone. We set a standard for certain things. A lot of what we do and a lot of the things that you guys imitate and love was created based on our pride in who we are. That is something that's not shareable. Michael Jordan wasn't inspired by Mexican people. Anything, 90% of the shit y'all like, rap music, all that stuff. It's not saying you guys are you're not able to share in the culture, but sometimes you got to let us have our stuff exclusively for us, right? Because when y'all do y'all shit, we don't be trying to come in there like, why y'all ain't got no space for black people? We lead in certain things, y'all lead in certain things. But as far as innovation, black people are just more innovative than Hispanics, right? I'm not taking no shots, but like y'all whole dietary resume is based on the different combinations of the same shit. Beans, rice, carne asada. You know, y'all ain't no connoisseurs when it comes to culinary nothing. Black people, we just good at innovating stuff. But it's cool because we share with everybody. But when we do something exclusively for us, y'all gonna have to let us do that. Hispanics have a huge footprint in LA. The black footprint is shrinking. Just let us have our little moments, and y'all keep doing what y'all do best. Open up the fucking restaurants and put a damn taco stand on every corner.
And look, let me make another. Hold on. Let me make another disclaimer because there's a lot of new viewers, and I'm seeing the same comments over and over, which I already knew I was going to see. This is not geared towards all Hispanics, right? All Hispanics aren't racist. All Hispanics don't hate blacks. All Hispanics don't feel left out of the Juneteenth pop-out concert. This is directed towards the ones who do feel that way and the ones who made the video. This is who it's directed towards. It's not directed towards the entire Mexican race. We fuck with Mexicans. The Mexicans we don't fuck with is the ones who don't fuck with us. Black people don't hate Mexicans. We hate people who hate us. And unfortunately, a lot of Mexicans hate us for being black. We don't hate Mexicans for being Mexicans. We hate the Mexicans who hate blacks. So let's get that understood. We're not racist. We're the most unracist people that there is. We more racist towards each other than anybody. We accept more Mexicans than Mexicans ever accept us. Like Ruccas just said, you go to the Mexican restaurants, it ain't no niggas back there. You go to the taco trucks that's owned by the Mexicans, there's no niggas on there. But you go to the Jamaican spot, it's hella Mexicans in there. You go to the soul food spot, it's hella Mexicans. Matter of fact, they just opened a brand new Jamaican spot in Long Beach by the traffic circle. What's the name of that shit? It's hella Mexicans in the back of that kitchen. I'm gonna think of the name of it though. It's hella Mexicans that work there, and this is a Jamaican food spot. So we include Hispanics all throughout our culture. Like he said, Power 106, that's a hip-hop radio station. It's ran by Mexicans. We're going to get to that a little later in the stream. But please don't come on the stream with the y'all racist comments because this ain't that. We just calling facts.
Hey, these niggas even took over Fig. It's more Mexican bitches out there than anything now. So niggas don't complain, bro. What's understood don't need to be explained. Like, I don't got to keep telling you how I don't like you. I'm just, y'all know already what it is, and they know they already running a lot of shit. Like, let niggas have their day, you know, let them have our little.
Go ahead, Messiah.
Yeah, you already basically said what I was going to say. I was just going to say, if it don't apply, let it fly. Because I can't sit here and act like I just dislike every Mexican, like you just said, at the end of the day. Only the ones that don't fuck with us. Because at the end of the day, I didn't grew up around both sides of the Mexicans. The ones we was fighting and the ones, we got Mexicans from the set. So to sit here and act like a nigga just don't like Mexicans would be absurd to me. On top of that, it's just like, it is what it is, cuz just they basically is letting us. It's like a cry for help to an extent. Like we want to fuck with y'all. You know what I'm saying? That's why I said it's looking like times is changing, because I think a lot of these Mexicans are more so don't want to be racist. I done been around Mexicans where they'll tell me like, if hey, I fuck with blacks, but the only reason I can't is because I got this type of homie over here, or I got these type of people around me. You know what I mean? So it goes both ways. But at the end of the day, Juneteenth was for us, and all that other shit is really irrelevant.
No, that's facts. Like I was in the county during like right when the riots was cracking off. What was this? 06? We couldn't even be in the same dorms as Hispanics. So the Southsiders had their own floor, but if you go back to the old county, it still was mixed in. So like you said, I done talked to Mexicans from Weemas and shit that they cool with blacks. And they like, look, bro, I don't even got an issue with you, but the protocol, if they push the green light, we got to go. But we cool, we could spread, we could be in a cell, whatever. Like they was on that, a lot of them was on that type of time. They wasn't really too much racist, they just was under a racist program. You know what I'm saying? And this is when you literally could not be around Mexicans. Like if you went to East Max or Supermax and a Mexican hit the dorm, it was green light. If they put a black in the Mexican dorm, it was green light. Like it was that type of time. It was when they was green lighting any nigga with a white tee because somebody done stole some dope from some hood that a non-affiliate ain't got nothing to do with. And they was green lighting kids, women, all type of shit. We don't do that. When we get into it, we into it with the ones that's into it with us. We don't just go shoot up random Mexicans. Like they be doing shit like that. And I'm talking about the gangbangers. This ain't all Mexicans, right? But we are not racist towards Mexicans. So the fact that y'all can't just salute something that was specifically for blacks is crazy to me, and it's giving racist vibes. It's giving entitlement vibes.
I mean, why do we gotta keep saying, bro? Why we gotta keep saying,
LA?
Why we gotta keep saying we not racist to Mexicans? We sitting up laying up having babies with all y'all bitches. Y'all know we not racist against y'all. Like you see more Mexicans and niggas walking around than anything with baby strollers. So it's just some whiny shit. And I gotta correct something. The best Mexican rapper, that Mexican OT from Texas.
He's hard, yeah. He's hard. He's cool.
I never heard none of his music, but he is
bro hard. But
me
yeah,
like,
but he not even from LA though. He from Texas, and
that's
Texas,
they
got a whole different program out there. They
there.
Mexicans is like blacks too, damn near. It's totally
black people
that's how it
connect
is.
more musically with Mexicans from Texas than Mexicans from LA. Right?
Yeah, that's how
Politics. That goes with anything.
That's how it is in the Bay too.
And look, you literally had a Mexican get on a podcast and say, I would never even sign to a black label.
Yeah.
I know you're talking about.
And look, and this is the thing. When they make comments like this, I don't see any Hispanics getting on their ass. Like, why you talking about them black folks like that? But anytime we defend our culture, oh, y'all sound like y'all don't like Mexicans. Like, okay, why don't y'all get on the Mexicans that get out there and be saying shit about niggas? Because we be on niggas who be jumping out there like, oh, fuck Mexicans. Nah, bro, we fuck with Mexicans. We just don't fuck with who don't fuck with us. We don't be on no fuck the whole race type shit. Like, nigga, I know niggas who are, me personally, I done went and tried to talk to Mexican females and they like, look, I can fuck with you on the low, but my uncles and them, yeah, they on that type of time. I can't bring you to the house. I can't be seen with you. I can't be around my folks with you. Like, we got to be on the other side of town. They be on that type of time. If I bring a Hispanic home, my moms ain't saying shit.
That part.
Big difference.
Yeah. I'm a little bit younger. I grew up when we was kind of, it still was friction. I feel like it's always going to be that. But I grew up with, Hispanics, and they embraced our culture. We embraced theirs to a certain degree. I wouldn't say as much, but everything for the most part was cool. But you always had those ones that just didn't fuck with you because you were black. But I think a lot of it is the older generation trying to keep that shit alive because, like y'all said, a lot of Mexican homies I know and shit, they're cool and they respect us and they understand it a little bit more. And I don't really get no racist vibes from them. So I feel like it's the older generations trying to keep it alive. And some of the younger fools too, who is sort of brainwashed by it still, that are trying to keep it alive because they know that their children are now kind of learning what we're about and who we are. And when they do learn, okay, these niggas is cool. Maybe what we heard was false. Things become different. And now that the parents and the older generation doesn't have that power that they used to. And I think that's what they're afraid of is that change ultimately.
But I feel like this, Khalid, it's all cool until it's in your household. You know what I'm saying? We can endorse each other's culture when we friends. But when it comes to dating cards, and then you bring somebody, you bring a black man home with your Mexican daughter, that's when it should get different. Then that's when that interracing start coming out, like, what you doing with this mayate in my household?
That's not but that's not every Mexican. So I don't want to sit up here and say that's every
No,
Mexican.
I'm not saying it
that's
is.
every. Yeah.
But when they get upset, I'm gonna just tell you this: when they get upset,
you a nigga.
It's gonna come out. And
Oh,
just
God.
like if we get upset with like these damn Mexicans, like I mean, that's what everybody does. And I'm not just saying blacks and Mexicans. Everybody does.
I mean, bro, like I don't think we should be presumptive when they get mad. It's gonna be like this because it's even like that with black people. When they get mad, they're gonna trip on you. But like when Swifty Blue said that he didn't want to sign to a Mexican label, bro, from Paramount, it used to be a lot of beef back in the day with blacks and Mexicans in Paramount, but black people did not complain at all. We didn't say nothing to them. We didn't, like, as far as I've ever known, every green light that's been put out has been Mexicans putting out green lights on blacks, like, go kill them niggas, right? So we've never been a group that has really, like, went after any other group. So if people want to try to make this into an issue, I mean, they will. But I really think it was a little bit disrespectful and a bit like tone deaf for them to even bring that up. Like,
it was only like one of them. No, didn't the other nigga correct him?
Well, you could tell they kind of realized like 5 minutes in they was doing the wrong thing, and then that's when old boy came out like, we not really trying to make it about this, but it was already too late.
Right.
Yeah.
And what's crazy, niggas actually love Mexican culture, bro. Like, niggas love going down to Mexico. How many Mexicans is preaching about loving to go to Africa and going to fuck with niggas in Ghana or Nigeria? Like, you just don't hear about it. But you always hear about niggas wanting to go to
you for sure seeing niggas false and all that.
On God, they out there putting the sombreros on. Like, bro, we embrace y'all culture, but the love don't be the same until it's time to benefit off the culture. Niggas, they don't just be, oh yeah, let me go fuck with the blacks. It's like, nah, I could go over there and do rap and make some money fucking with black culture or something like that. Then it's, oh, I want to be included. But like, just to come fuck with us, just to fuck with us is very rare unless they grow up around us. Like bro said, we got Mexicans from the set, real Mexicans that's from the hood. And every black gang do. Just like they got, be one or two Mexican blacks who grew up with them. And his name be Smokey or Shadow or something, and he a real Southsider. So it go both ways. So really, to be honest, it's no reason for Mexicans and blacks to be beefing, bro. And in 2024, a lot of Mexicans align with the white supremacist side of things.
I don't think
to the point where when they get locked up, guess who they run with? They run with the Woods.
But one thing I think
the Woods.
You said what, bro?
The Woods, they accept the Woods. Ain't no Mexicans gonna really run with the Woods.
No, but that's what I mean, though. I mean, like the Southsiders, they can't share with us, they can't spread with us. We can't sit at the same tables, use the same phones, but they could do that with the Woods, though. When realistically, we're more alike than they are. But because they can benefit under the white supremacist culture that pretty much runs society, that's who they align with.
But I don't think
they call it N-word with the hard PR.
The thing is, we gotta stop. What I think we need to stop, what black people need to stop doing is lumping people in with other groups. Mexicans don't align with nothing but Mexican culture. To say because they don't agree with you on everything doesn't mean they're siding with the white man. They got their own side, bro. Like, we gotta, like, you could say that about some niggas. It's niggas who work with white people, sit up and work on the police force, all that. Does that mean collectively all black people are siding with white people? Mexicans have
we never said all. No, listen,
we have to acknowledge.
We never said all. We're speaking about a specific type. This is not all Mexicans.
But we need to. But what I'm telling you is,
I already elaborated. This is not all Mexicans.
But it's not as simple as
prison and jail politics. If a riot kicks off, the whites are going to help the Mexicans.
Exactly.
That's just how, unless you in certain level 4s, it might not be that way because the whites are strong enough to do that. But 9 times out of 10 in the county jail and in prison, they're going to align together to go against the blacks. That's for sure.
But we can't base the world on prison politics. That's not how the world works.
That's really what I was saying. That's all that I was really trying to get at, was that I felt like we was bringing it with, which in rap culture, that's really what's predominantly there, right? So I mean, we're not wrong by doing that to a certain degree, but when you take it outside of that, it's like exactly not everybody's banging or it's from a set or whatever the case is. So I don't think everybody's.
But most rappers that are Hispanic.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Rap, yeah, for sure.
But it's black people from Mexican hoods too, though.
Like, I literally just said that, but look, let's be understood. Hip hop started in the streets. I hate when we try to brush that under the rug, bro. Hip hop is predominantly street culture. People of street essence. Either you were in it or you were a viewer of it. We rapped our pain and our struggle. This was like therapy for niggas. So the most Hispanics who get involved in rap, they're of street essence as well. Let's stop playing. All the popular Hispanic rappers right now are Southsiders, bro. Like, let's knock it off. So the prison politics falls under that. That's the reason Swifty Blue said, "Oh yeah, I just can't sign to a black label." Why? Because they gotta pay them people behind the wall. They politics different. The ones behind the wall run their program. Niggas that's in jail, they're not running no program for no niggas on the street. Niggas on the street can't even run niggas.
Hey, real quick, do one of you niggas got a dog barking or something in the
God,
background? What the fuck is that sound?
I don't hear shit.
I think
somebody
got the hold on, let me see. I'm gonna mute y'all one by one.
It ain't me for sure.
Unless y'all hear some crickets.
Nah, that's Short. Hey, Short, you still got your headphones on? Your shit like kind of tweaking out.
No, I ain't got no headphones on, nigga.
Your Bluetooth.
You're the only nigga with a mic on.
Hey, but I'm gonna say this.
That ain't me.
Look, I'm gonna end it with this because we got another. While we speaking on the Hispanic community and rap, it's some whole other shit going on. I'm gonna end it with this though. Blacks and Hispanics shouldn't be beefing at all, bro. We're more alike than we are different. We got a common enemy. If you want to be real, it's the 1% versus everybody. I keep saying it. I'm gonna keep saying it until y'all wake the fuck up. We should not be beefing at all. When niggas went to Mexico and the Mexicans took us in and we was riding against oppression, that's how it's supposed to be. They want us beefing. They concocted this beef. They used to pick us up and drop us off in East LA if you stayed in LA. They would pick Mexicans up and drop them off in the Crip and Blood hoods, hoping we fuck each other up and kill each other. So that's a part of the plan because they know if we come together, we unfuckwittables, unstoppable. Tupac told y'all niggas, wait, it wouldn't be LA without Mexicans. Real shit. Ain't no LA without Mexicans, nigga. Like, what you mean? That's a part of the culture. That's a part of the West. You think West, you think Mexicans and blacks. Like, let's be real. I don't care wherever I go in the world. The first time I get off that plane, I'm going right for Mexican food every single time. Every time. So shout out to Mexicans. But we do got another topic to talk about because they've been online saying some crazy shit.